How to completely change your life in 3 months. I'm giving away my 10 secrets that allow me to become a pro UK bodybuilder naturally. Now, if you don't want to put any effort in and you're not willing to change your life to get in amazing shape, feel really good and have the body that you want, this video is not for you, so you might as well skip past it. But if you're generally looking to put the work in, build habits and get the physique that you want, this is the perfect video for you, and I'm going to give you my top 10 secrets that are going to change the game for you. So around about 3 years ago, I was a super skinny and unconfident kid. I didn't think my life was going anywhere and I didn't know what to do to change it. I didn't have any friends that were looking to improve their life like I was thinking of, and I didn't have the self-belief to make the change myself, so I just stayed in the same place for a long time. Until I finally met 2 very experienced bodybuilders that changed the game for me and allowed me to make the progression that I've made today. So what I want to do in this video is give you everything they've taught me and everything that I've learned along my journey in 10 steps of how to get in the best shape of your life. If you fast forward today, I've won a boxing match by knockout, I've won a UK bodybuilding championships, I've ran a marathon, and I'm soon to run a 100k ultra race. Anything is possible if you put your mind to it and if you follow the right steps and you have the right support. It took me 3 years to learn this valuable information that allowed me to achieve my goals and achieve the life that I wanted to achieve, but I'm about to give it to you in a simple and short video so you can skip all that time I wasted learning and making the mistakes that I made. So without going on anymore, here are the 10 secrets that allow me to go from this to this. Number 1, and it's super simple, is following a structured plan.
I had a goddamn plan!
A well-made plan that is customized to your goals allows a systematic approach to progression. What this essentially does is allows you to increase the volume and the weight of the workouts you're doing. If you don't do this, then you just won't progress very quickly. This is the only way you can progress. You progress by knowing what you did last week because you're following a structured plan and doing more each week. The only way you can progress is by pushing yourself each week to do more, and that way you'll make really quick progression. The way that I failed at the beginning is I didn't follow a plan. I didn't know how to make a plan, I didn't know what a good plan looked like, and I couldn't even be bothered to follow a plan. I just wanted to go in the gym and do random stuff. But that will not make you fast progression. If you want to make really quick progression and you want the next 3 months to change your life, following a structured and well-made plan will absolutely change the game for you. In addition to this, following a structured plan provides accountability and motivation to yourself. If you know what you've done last week and you've been tracking every single week, you're going to want to do more the next week. And if you've been tracking every week, it pushes you to make sure you're getting all the workouts done. By following a consistent plan where you know the days you're working out and what you're working out on which days, it almost works as a tick box. Each day you get that workout done. On a rest day, you get to rest. But when the day comes where you got to work out, you just do it. It doesn't become something you think, oh, do I work out today or do I not? It just becomes part of your routine when you follow the structured plan. Number 2 is supplements. Supplements are both overrated and underrated. The key with supplements is only taking the ones you need. So many people put too much hope into certain supplements such as fat loss supplements or weight gain supplements or muscle building supplements, which just don't exist. Supplements will just aid your progression and make it slightly faster. They might make you feel more healthy, feel more energetic, or boost recovery of your muscles, which allows you to build more muscle by recovering quicker and training better. They will not do the thing for you. So don't waste your time or waste your money buying any of the fat loss or fake supplements that say they'll do it for you. They're just there because it looks easy and it's a trap. Instead, you want to focus on the supplements that are going to make the journey slightly easier for you, slightly quicker for you, and slightly more enjoyable. The 2 key supplements you need to be taking to gain muscle are protein powder and creatine. The reason you need to take protein powder is in the early stages you will likely struggle to get enough protein in your diet. When I first started training, my diet was not locked in. I had a good diet, I had a healthy diet, but it was not the sort of diet I needed to actually gain muscle. You need more protein in your diet to gain muscle. So what you can do in the early stages when you're focused more on the workouts, less on the diet, is follow the diet as normal, follow what you normally eat, but instead have protein powder on top as a booster, and that will mean that you're just hitting slightly high protein levels, which will allow for muscle recovery. The second one is creatine, and it's one of the most tested supplements in the world. It's used by Olympic athletes and many other sporting athletes, as well as hundreds of thousands of gym goers. The reason why it's so good is it massively helps with muscle recovery, which allows you to recover quicker, and if you're recovering quicker, you can then have better workouts, and the quicker you can recover, the more you can go work out, recover your muscles fully, and then have a really good workout again to then break your muscles down and build them back up even more again. Number 3 is good form. Good form in the gym is essential for multiple reasons. One, it allows longevity. If you don't have good form, you're probably not going to be able to go for the gym and work out and be healthy for a very long time because you're going to get injured. Number 2 is it allows for increased muscle growth because you're fatiguing the muscles better because the form allows you to actually put more tension on the muscle, which allows it to be fatigued. And number 3 is it allows you to track more efficiently. If you've got bad form, then when you'll be lifting, sometimes you might be lifting heavier weights with awful form, and you track that on your workout split, and the next week you do better form and you're actually at a lower weight and you're thinking, why am I getting weaker? But actually your form is just getting better, which makes it harder for you. So having good form earlier on allows you to track better, which then allows you to make more progress. Your form will only improve over time, so don't worry about having it perfect at the beginning, but it's important to watch some videos and watch some stuff about what good form looks like so you have a good idea on how you should be doing each exercise. Again, in the personal growth masterclass, we literally explain every single exercise and how to do the form, so it's very, very worth joining. It's also worth subscribing to this YouTube channel if you're watching on YouTube, because I also do a similar thing on here, but obviously in my community it's more detailed, and I can't express how important it is to have good form, which is why we put content like that out there for you guys, because we want to make sure you're smashing it. Number 4 is understanding how muscle growth actually works. When you understand how muscle growth works, you're going to gain more muscle because you're going to know what you need to do to gain that muscle. For example, me talking in this video, I'm also explaining how the whole muscle growth process works, because I want you to understand how the whole system of getting in shape works. I don't want you to always have to rely on someone to help you get into shape. What I want to have for you is that you know exactly how to get in shape, you know how it works, and you can do it by yourself. And then all you need is a like-minded community of individuals who are motivated like you into getting in shape, and you just motivate each other to go. But you actually know what to do, it's just about having the motivation to do it consistently. So a quick overview on how the muscle growth process works. It's also called hypertrophy, you've probably heard that online. Is you're challenging your muscles beyond their usual limits using something such as weights. This causes micro tears in your muscles, which might sound bad, but it's actually a good thing. Your body then adapts to those micro tears, rebuilds them, and rebuilds them with the purpose where your body won't tear down again. So those micro tears have happened, your body doesn't want them to happen again, so it rebuilds the muscle bigger than it was last time, hoping that that will mean that next time you lift, the micro tears won't happen. Then you lift more weight and the micro tears occur again, so your body then rebuilds bigger again, and then the process continues. That is essentially how the muscle growth process works, and just by knowing that, you're one step ahead of other people, because by knowing what's going on whilst you're doing your workouts and you're doing all these things is really, really important. Number 5 is cutting out alcohol. Alcohol can significantly hinder gym progress by affecting your sleep, your body composition, your hormone levels, and the actual amount of action you take. When you're hungover, for example, the chance you're going to go to the gym is much less likely.
I'll drink to that, bud.
And the chance you're going to have a lot of energy on that workout is basically nearly impossible. When you cut out alcohol, you're going to have a much more clear mindset on getting in shape. Your hormones are going to be better, you're going to be feeling better, you're going to have more energy, and it's going to allow you to get more out of your day and more out of your workouts. But the key primary issue with alcohol is its effect on protein synthesis, which is essential for muscle recovery, and that is basically how you build the muscle, as we've spoken about. The primary reason why you should cut alcohol over is its effect on protein synthesis. Protein synthesis is basically the essence of muscle recovery, and muscle recovery, as I've spoken about before, is how you build bigger muscles. Like, you can tear your muscles down, but if you don't recover them, you're not getting bigger muscles. So protein synthesis is essential to actually get in better shape and feel better and look better. And what alcohol does, it massively disrupts the process of protein synthesis. So if you're drinking more alcohol, you're just not going to be making as much progression. When I did my bodybuilding competition, I cut out alcohol for 6 months. I don't drink now, but I go through some phases where I drink a little bit, and I go through some times where I party. You can do those things. You don't have to be completely strict on yourself, but if you want to generally make good progression, you need to cut out alcohol, or you need to massively reduce it. Secret number 6 is, if you can, always work out with a gym bro. I see so much stuff online of like, isolate yourself, be on your own, do everything on your own, work out on your own. That does not result to good progression. If you want good progression, you want to enjoy the process and you want to have fun doing it and you want to maximize your progress, then you need to work out with a gym bro or gym partner or workout partner or whatever you want to call it. The reason why you want to do this is they're going to push you to do better. Often I see when I work out with people and I get them to do different weights than they've normally done or lift heavier than they've normally done, they're like, oh, I never knew I could do that, because they've never tried. When you have a gym bro or you have a gym partner or whatever you want to call it again, they will make you try those things. You need someone that's going to push you. So if you're in a scenario where you've got someone that goes, oh, why don't you try the 32s for shoulder press? And you try the 32s and you're able to do them, what you're doing is you're cutting out the mindset that you can't do certain stuff. And that often happens. It's a very common mindset. There's actually a name for it called perceived exhaustion. And what that means is you mentally think that you're finding something harder than you actually find it. And everybody gets that. This is the crazy thing. You could be thinking you're really going for it, you're lifting as hard as you possibly can and you're going to failure, but really you've actually got more reps in the tank, or you could go up in weight. And when you have a gym partner, this massively reduces, because your gym partner might lift more than you, or your gym partner might tell you that they think you can lift more because they know what you're like. And sometimes that might be a gym partner that you only work out for one day because you just meet them on holiday, or you meet them when you're going somewhere, or it might be a gym partner that you work out with every week. Whatever it is, just having someone work out with you can be massively beneficial and make it a lot more enjoyable. And the more enjoyable your journey is, the quicker you're going to make progress, because the more interested you are going to be and the more dedicated you're going to be to keeping on going and staying consistent. That is another reason why we created the Personal Growth Masterclass, because I had no one when I first started. Like the first year of training, before I met these bodybuilders that helped me loads, I literally had no one about, had no one to show me what to do, I had no one to help me do the things that I needed to do, had no one to keep me accountable, nothing. I had no one to like look, oh, they're making progress doing this, or they're doing this. No, I didn't have any of that. And what I needed was a community of like-minded people that I could speak to online or in person that would push me. Number 7 is getting into a really good routine. If you have a really good daily routine, getting the workouts in and doing the things you need to do is going to be so much easier. For example, one of the things you do when you lose weight is you might try and get more steps in every day. And if you're trying to get more steps in every day, that takes time. So if you don't have any sort of routine, then you're going to find it hard to actually get those steps in. When if you have a good routine of when you get those steps in, like you walk the dog at this time, or you come back from work and you eat and then you go for a walk at this time, it's going to be much more easy for you to get those things in. I know my daily routine in pretty much most days. At the moment I'm living in Hong Kong, so I'm a bit out of that routine, but normally I know what I'm doing in the morning, I know kind of what I'm doing in the evening, I know when I'm working out, and my day is almost planned, because that allows me to progress every single day and make sure I'm doing all the stuff I need to every single day and actually be relaxed about it and enjoy it. Some people think daily routines take the fun out of life, but for me, I think it's the opposite. When you have a daily routine, you can be relaxed, you can enjoy the stuff, and you can have fun within your routine, knowing that you're still going to get the stuff done that you need to do, and that's going to allow you to make progression and feel better about yourself. Number 8 is having an accountability system in the gym. If you don't have an accountability system, and if you want to know what an accountability system is, you're going to have to join Personal Growth Masterclass. It's too detailed to go into in this, but an accountability system is essentially going to enhance your fitness journey by making sure you're super consistent. For example, in an accountability system, one of the things you could have, one of the tiers you could have, is having a one-on-one coach, or having a gym partner, or having someone that you speak to regularly. This has to be a gym partner that you speak to regularly, like once a week, or you train with every time, that keeps you accountable, and you have certain goals and you have certain things with them that allows you to stay accountable to your stuff and make sure you're doing what you need to do every single week. Accountability systems are really, really important for the longevity of your fitness journey. As you basically go along your fitness journey, there's going to be times when you don't want to do stuff, and there's going to be times when you just don't feel like it, or like you want to have months off. Like I see people, they get ill, and then when they come back, they just don't really come back the same way. So someone might get ill for 2 weeks and then they just completely stop working out, or they get ill for 2 weeks and they come back to working out, but they only do it once or twice a week. Because once you build habits, the habit will sustain, but when the habit breaks, you've got to be careful to lose that habit. You need to get back into it. So that's where accountability systems come massively in handy, because if you break the habit and you stop working out, let's say, even for a month, let's say you stop working out for a whole month, but you have accountability systems that when the thing that you needed to sort out that stopped you working out for a month is over, you can then come back in. You can use that accountability system to motivate you and to actually push you and keep you accountable, which is the actual word of the accountability system, and that's going to allow you to continue for a long period of time. So accountability systems are really, really important. You can make them yourself, or you can actually join someone else's accountability system, or you can become part of something else. A really good thing is just becoming part of a community in general, like Personal Growth Masterclass acts as a pillar of an accountability system. An accountability system has to work for you, but they are so important, and there's something that's been really, really important for me. For example, I'm doing my 100k run at the moment. I know that I've got that 100k run, swim and climb coming up in November, and the accountability systems I have is one, Instagram. So firstly, I post on Instagram my whole fitness journey, so I have to stay accountable. I'm an online coach. I literally have to stay accountable. Otherwise, what's it look like for me? If I'm not pushing myself and doing stuff that I struggle with, then how am I going to be the person that gives mindset talks or fitness talks or everything like that to you guys if I'm not doing it myself? So that is one thing that keeps me accountable. Two, at the moment, my dad that I'm living with in Hong Kong, he is doing the 100k run as well. So that keeps me accountable because he's doing it. There's two of us that are doing it. Number three, I've told many people that I'm doing this 100k run, so it keeps me accountable to it. Number four is in the community. I'm following the community accountability system between October and December, the time I'm filming this, which also keeps me accountable. So having multiple levels of an accountability system is going to allow you to be super consistent for the long term. And no matter whether you've got discipline or mindset, or like you're really focused at the time or you don't feel like going, the accountability system is going to allow you to have a background to fall on, so that when you're not feeling like it, you've still got the structure in place to do what you need to do. Number 9, which I think is probably one of the most important things on this list. It is so important that you follow number 9, as it's going to be what basically changes the whole game for you, and it's what most people miss out on. It's what most people mess up on, and it's follow the 80-20 diet. So many people try and lock in their diet to the next level for like 3 months and just have everything perfectly clean, and then they fall straight off, and then they're off for like 6 months because their diet's been too locked in that they just can't sustain it. I had this with my bodybuilding competition. I had to have my diet perfectly locked in for 6 months, but what happened after those 6 months? I fell off for like a whole month. I was just not eating healthy. I was eating whatever I wanted because it'd been so long since I'd eaten anything I wanted. I'd restrained from eating what I wanted for so long, but that's because I knew I had to do that, and I knew what the consequences would be after doing that. The only reason I did that, and I did the 6 months of really disciplined dieting, is because I wanted to win so bad, and it was worth having 6 months of consistent dieting and 1 month of really bad diet for me just to win, because that's how important it was to me. However, in my day-to-day life, I don't follow a crazy strict diet 100% of the time, because you're not going to sustain it for the long term. Instead, I follow the 80-20 diet, which is 80% foods that allow me to consistently make progress, and the foods that match with the plan that I'm doing. So that's high protein foods, healthy foods, stuff with fiber in, stuff that gives me energy, stuff that makes me feel good, and 20% of the foods that I want to eat. That might be going out for a burger with my mate because it's fun, it's sociable. That might be having a chocolate bar at home, having some crisps at home, eating a pizza whilst watching a film. Whatever it is, 20% includes the unhealthy stuff that I shouldn't really be eating but keeps me on track, and 80% is all the super healthy stuff that I still enjoy eating, but sometimes I'm not always craving, so I still stick to the 80% of that. Because if you're doing any less than 80%, you're probably not going to be making as much progress as you could, but if you do any more than 80%, it's just too disciplined. And even though I'm a super disciplined guy, and most of the people that I surround myself with are super disciplined, you cannot follow stuff 100% of the time. You cannot follow a perfect diet every single day for the rest of your life, but you can follow an 80% diet, 80-20 diet for every day for the rest of your life pretty easily, and that was what I've done for many years. Number 10, which you just cannot make progression without. You cannot go anywhere, do anything in your life without number 10, and that's the importance of mindset, the importance of having a disciplined mindset. Mindset plays a crucial role in the gym, influencing how we approach the workouts and our overall fitness journey. One massive aspect of mindset is how we compare ourselves to others. It's more important to compare ourselves to the person we were yesterday than the person across the room. If you're always comparing yourself to other people that you see on social media or you see in the gym, then you're not really going to make progression, or you're not going to make progression and not actually be happy with the progression you make. Instead, it's really important to take progress pictures and stuff like that and compare yourself to the person you were yesterday, as that's going to allow you to actually progress properly on your level and your journey. So having the mindset where you're comparing yourself to yourself is super important, and this is a really important type of mindset to build. People think it's easy, but it's not. It's so easy to see someone online and think, oh, I wish I could have that, I wish I could be there, but you don't know what they're doing, you don't know what their life looks like. They could be on steroids, for example, and you don't know that. So comparing yourself to yourself is a really important thing. Another thing with mindset is consistency and discipline are the biggest things that hold people back. So having a mindset where you become consistent and you become disciplined and you become locked into your habits is also super important. That's going to be super important not just for the gym and getting in the best shape, like losing weight or gaining muscle or getting shredded, but also for your life. If you're staying consistent, you're staying disciplined, and you're respecting yourself and you're putting time into yourself, then you're going to make more progression at work or in your side hustle or in building your personal brand or with your family or with your relationship and getting in shape. All of these things are going to be affected by your mindset of discipline and consistency, and it's a really important thing to build. That's why in the Personal Growth Masterclass we have a whole massive section of videos just on consistency and the mindset to build it, and exactly the step-by-step process that allowed me to be next level. I have this person called Felix. When I want to go really hard, saying I want to be really disciplined, for example, I'm doing a really crazy run or I'm doing a really crazy sport and I'm really struggling, I go into what I call Felix. And Felix is my alter ego that allows me to be super disciplined, and when I'm him, I'm not even Ned, I'm not the same person, I'm a different type of person. I really can push, I can go to the next level, and I've done it before. I ran a marathon with no training, and when I ran that marathon, halfway through when I hit the pain cave, I became Felix. So having little things like that allow you to stay consistent, disciplined, and finish the task you need to do even when you don't want to do it is really important. And little secrets like that on how you can build your mindset and completely change your life are super important as well. That's why they're in the Personal Growth Masterclass. It's just too much information to put in this one thing. So that is basically years and years of knowledge condensed down into a really short video. If you want to totally take your life to the next level, get your dream physique, get a disciplined and tough mentality that allows you to do whatever you want, including build that business or get that relationship or whatever you're too scared to do or too inconsistent to do, as well as be part of a like-minded network of people all doing the same thing, all trying to better their life, all trying to get in shape, and everyone is improving. If you want to be part of that, DM me Community on Instagram or click the link below on this video and I will give it to you completely free. This includes all the nutrition plans that I use to get in the best shape of my life for my bodybuilding competition, the workout plans I use. These are 3-day workout plans, 4-day workout plans, 5-day workout plans, including a mix of workout plans from hybrid splits to bodybuilding splits to boxing splits, everything you need from weighted to no weights, absolutely everything, home workouts to gym workouts, as well as all the supplements you should be taking to take your physique to the next level and speed up your progress. As well as that, I'll give you all the mindset videos that I've recorded myself and spent hours making that have allowed me to do things such as win a boxing match by knockout, win a pro bodybuilding competition the first time I've ever done one, and also run a marathon with no training. I'm about to do a 100k run, swim and climb in Hong Kong. All these sort of things take a disciplined mindset, because I'm doing all of this whilst building a business, building a network, and also going to university. So I graduated everything and I did this all in 3 years. So I had to have a disciplined mindset to do this, and I'm giving all of that information for free in the community. So if you want to be part of something like that, then just hit the link in this video or DM me Community on Instagram and I'll send you all the details completely free and we'll get you set up. So if you want to improve your life in 90 days, that's all it's going to take. 3 months, and I guarantee you your life will be completely different. Then DM me Community on Instagram, click the link in the bio and start getting access to even live trainings. Like, we have live calls on there, guest speakers, prizes, absolutely everything. You'll get access to that completely free. DM me the word community or click the link below and let's get smashing.